There's this unexplainable feeling you get sometimes. A feeling that starts off quiet, but seems to grow the more you dwell on it. The thing is, you might have had a seemingly normal day, maybe even a good day. But when the day ends, the lights are off. The room is quiet, your phone is face down on the nightstand, and for no obvious reason, a strange heaviness settles in your chest. There's no panic, there's no despair, just a quiet sadness brewing. This is one of the strangest emotional states we experience as humans, because defeat is supposed to follow failure. But what happens when there was no failure? When life looks stable, but something inside feels tired? Well, there's actually something deeply psychological going on within your mind, and you're not alone. This can usually be narrowed down to 3 key psychological reasons, and none of them mean you're broken. You see, sometimes defeat isn't about losing, it's about enduring. You've been strong for a long time, responsible for a long time, composed for a long time. But even strength, when stretched too far without rest, turns into quiet exhaustion. Imagine your mind is like a lighthouse on an island. From the outside, you look steady, grounded, reliable. You're still standing against the waves, but what people don't see is the constant storm hitting you, the wind, the salt, the erosion. You don't collapse, you just wear down. You see, there's a particular sadness in functioning well, because when you're still productive, still polite, still showing up, no one thinks to ask if you're tired of holding it all together. You can't point to a single catastrophe. There's no dramatic story, just a low background ache. Psychologically, this can happen when your nervous system has been in maintenance mode for too long. You've been coping, adjusting, adapting, but coping isn't the same as thriving. Secondly, you are functioning, but psychologically your mind is screaming for growth or change. Human beings are wired for movement, not just physical movement, but psychological movement, progress, expansion, meaning. When life becomes stable but stagnant, something inside you goes quiet. Imagine a river that once flowed quickly through mountains. Now it's been redirected into a perfectly controlled canal. The water still moves, but it no longer rushes. Sometimes defeat isn't about failing. It's about standing still for too long. You've handled your responsibilities, you've built stability, but maybe you haven't felt challenged, inspired, or stretched in a while. And the mind interprets stagnation as loss. It whispers, "Is this all there is?" That whisper can feel like sadness, even when nothing is technically wrong. And sometimes, even if things are moving, it's the impatience that manifests as defeat. Then, there's a quieter possibility. The life you're maintaining might be a life you chose years ago. The goals, the routines, the identity. At one point, they made sense. But people evolve, and sometimes sadness is grief for a version of you that has outgrown your current structure. Even hermit crabs have to let go to keep on growing. When everything is okay but you feel defeated, it might be because you're maintaining a life that no longer reflects who you are becoming. Not wrong, just outdated. And growth often feels like loss before it feels like excitement. Ultimately, it's okay to feel defeated or a mellow sadness every now and then, and most importantly, knowing that this feeling isn't permanent. Even lighthouses have to get rebuilt. Even rivers can change their flow. Even hermit crabs choose growth over comfort. Defeat is not the end of your story. Sometimes it's just the moment before you choose a different way forward.